Okay, so these are the 5 qualities of a Dhamma teachers. Right? You see, in Buddhism, right, the task of a good friend, whether they are monastic or the lay people, is not just to provide the companionship only, right? Being a good friend for others, right? We also have to possess these 5 qualities of Dhamma teaching to the lay people, right? And this one is found in the Udaya Suttas, right? Udaya Sutta. What are these 5? And the Buddha said it is not easy to teach the Dhammas to others. Not easy. Okay? It's not easy to teach, right? And the Dhamma should be taught to others when these 5 qualities are established in that person. Okay? So the first one, it says the Dhamma should be taught with the thought. I will speak step by step. Okay? A gradual, progressive instruction, anupubikata. Right? So what are these progressive thoughts? Right? First, to beginners, right? You can have talk on the giving, right? Talk on the virtues, right? Talk on going to the heaven. What else? And of course, talk on the dangers of the sensual pleasure, right? And then, of course, we have to appreciate, press on the renunciation. Renunciation is not becoming a monk. Renunciation here referred to abandoning all these, the sensual pleasure. Okay? Only with this abandoning of sensual pleasures, then we can get into concentration. Okay? So that is to say, when he knows that householders, right, when their mind is ready, okay, and receptive, okay, free from all kind of hindrances, right, and confidence, then the Dhamma teachers will continue expounding to him the teaching on the Four Noble Truths. So this is what in the Sutta says, progressive instruction. Okay? So it means that he has to have possessed these qualities. So this is the first one. And the second one, the Dhamma should be taught, right? With the thought, I will speak explaining the sequence, okay, of cause and effect. Okay? Cause and effect. So this is taught in terms of the karma doctrine. Right? And the third one, the Dharma should be taught with the thought, I shall speak out of compassion. Okay, so full of compassion is important. You find the suttas repeatedly stress on the importance of the compassion. So, people criticize us as being a Theravada, Hinayani, you are very selfish. I feel very sorry. It seems that they don't understand the Buddha's teaching at all, right? In fact, it is not true. You look at the early suttas, everywhere you find the Buddha out of compassion, the Arahant out of compassion, or even the unenlightened disciples, the newly ordained Sangha were trained, to preach the Dhamma out of compassion. Everywhere you find these words. Okay? So, the fourth one, the Dhamma should be taught with the thought, I shall speak not for the purpose of material reward. Right? Not the kind of exchange. Okay? Not the kind of exchange. We come voluntarily, out of compassion. Okay? It's not for reward. Okay? Then the fifth one, the Dhamma should be taught with the thought, I shall speak without disparaging myself and others. Not to criticize, not to look down upon yourself and look down upon others, as well as criticizing others. Okay, so these are the Dhammas, okay, should be taught, when these 5 qualities are established within the person's teaching. Okay, again, you look at this, it's also out of compassion. Right? So having this Kalynamitta is not easy. So now you know that we all here are Kalynamitta to each other. So we have to bear in mind that, not just only to provide the companionship, but also, to possess these qualities. Okay? And also we have to look at the stories of I don't know whether you know the Prince Nanda. No? He was stepbrothers of the Sakyamuni, of the Gautama Buddhas, right? So it says that 7 years after the Buddha's enlightenment, right? And you see the Buddhas at the request of his fathers, right? He returned home, right? Where? In Kapilavastu, okay? And then on the third day, after his returning to Kapilavastu, right? He was invited to attend the wedding, the ceremonies of the Prince Nanda. I think you know these stories, right? And then we know that the Buddhas attended the wedding and then, blessing. And then after blessing and the Buddhas left, right, his begging bowl, right? his patra with Nanda, and he left. So this is the stories, okay? And the Nanda thought, you see, what I'm going to do with this bowl, right? The Buddha left to me. So then Nanda thought, I should go back to the temple and hand over this bowl to the Buddhas. So Nanda following after the Buddhas, and then the Nanda met the Buddhas, and then immediately the Buddha asked the Nanda, would you like to be a monk? Very straightforward. Would you like to be a monk or nun? On his wedding day. 这时候 ask 他说我不可以，我有2个孩子。People is like that, but during the Buddha's time it's very different. But when the Buddha asks someone, okay, that one immediately, without any hesitation, will follow straight the Buddha's path. But of course, you see, this Nandas, after the ordination, he was not very happy. He was very happy every day, thinking of his beautiful bride, right? And then he wants to leave and go home. He was very disappointed. He was very sad and not happy like that. Then the Buddhas, okay, knowing that, the Buddha took the Nanda. I think you know the story, right? They took the Nandas on the journey to the Tawatimsa heaven. Okay, you know where is Tawatimsa heaven, right? Tawatimsa heaven is heaven not far from us, lah. But they used to go to Tawatimsa, right? Or even, then they took it, and on the way, right, Nanda, right, saw what they call a she monkey, right? The she monkey that lost her hair, and the nose and the tail, right, in the forest. Just a she monkey, the burnt she monkey that looks very ugly. And then the Buddha took Nanda to go to the Tawatimsa heaven, right? And then Nanda was like so beautiful. How many? It says that 500 beautiful celestial deities in the heaven. The Buddha asked Nanda. I think the question is that who is beautiful? Are those celestial deities beautiful, or your wife beautiful? Yeah, trick question. 善巧, very skillful means. Very skillful means. Then of course Nanda replied, he said, "Oh Bhante, my wife, it's like what? It's like that she monkey." Then the Nanda said, I want to possess those beautiful celestial deities. And then, of course, this is what Nanda says. How should I obtain one of those celestial deities? Then, of course, the Buddha says, okay, you have to practice diligently the Dhamma. So Nanda, who practiced diligently, the Dhammas, okay, with the thought of winning the celestial deities. And of course, finally he succeeded, and then he became an Arahant. You see, so if we look at this, you see, I think only Buddha can do that. Because Buddha has that psychic power to bring him to see with his own sight the beautiful of those celestial deities. Not for us. Yeah. So you can see that the Buddha is very skillful, right, in in renouncing the Nanda's desire, right, bringing him to see, the celestial deities.